Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Captain Frost, and today we have a news from ExileCon that Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile 1 will be completely separate games with different league start times, with different campaigns, different end games, different leagues I suppose maybe as well, with different balance, different classes, different skills, different everything. So Path of Exile 2 will be a complete standalone game to Path of Exile 1. It will not separate all the updates, all the balancing and everything like that. So they will probably have, so this is more of a speculation, they will probably have two different developer teams dedicated to each one of them. They will have different league timeline starts, so that whenever you're starting Path of Exile 2 league, then it comes out at some date, then in 1 or 2 months after that Path of Exile 1 league starts, and then after a month or something like that after the Path of Exile 1 league starts, then Path of Exile 2 league starts. So basically they are creating this structure between their two games so that you will have something to play all the time, and whenever you're playing PoE2 you're having a break from PoE1, then you're playing PoE1 again after playing PoE2. Games are completely different in terms of how they play, in terms of how skills are played, in terms of all the balancing, how mana being reserved, how we do have like 8 or something or even more classes. We do have sorceress, we do have monk, we do have a bunch of different other new stuff in Path of Exile 2, and it's gonna be slower, it's gonna be harder. We will have a bunch of more hard stuff in Path of Exile 2 rather than how it is in PoE1. We will have different gem system. Everything like that is going to be completely different, and they're not merging campaigns, they're not merging games. It's going to be two different games. So that's basically it on Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile 1. Now the release date for Path of Exile 2 is going to be, we don't know the release date yet. We do know that closed beta for Path of Exile 2 is going to be in July of 2024, which you know that if closed beta is then probably minimum early 2025 is going to be a release date for Path of Exile 2. And they've announced a very big and juicy league for 322. So basically what it means, we do have 1 year or 1.5 year, or probably 1.5 to 2 years more of regular Path of Exile 1, without multiple skills, without different things that Path of Exile 2 will introduce. We do have this content for a bunch of time, and there will probably be a lot of juicy updates for PoE1 too. They will not leave PoE1 on maintenance mode, because I highly suspect that they want to have the main competition in ARPG being themselves. So Path of Exile 1 will be the only and main competitor for Path of Exile 2, because for people who love the genre, who love the more like hardcore experience of ARPGs and not something like Diablo 4, it will be the only competitor realistically, and they will be able to pump up basically the same amount of content they were producing last 2 years, because they were developing Path of Exile 2 simultaneously with developing PoE1. So they were already doing all that. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Yeah, it's quite sad that the game is not coming as soon as we would have probably all wanted it to be, as we've waited for it to be, but we are getting very big juicy update for PoE1. We know that PoE1 will not be on maintenance mode. It will be updated. It will be this fast and forward game as it always was before, so that all people who play PoE now will not be disappointed with how everything turns out, because PoE2 it completely looks like another game. I will cover it with all the details on my channel, so I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like the info that I've got to you. Yeah, thanks for watching, hope you're having a good time, goodbye.